same company there, started selling the ERP software there. We became our own sponsors. In Saudi Arabia, you have to have a wakil, where because we were American companies, we figured a way out how to be your own wakil, your own sponsor basically in a country. So we issued our own sponsorship visas for our own ourselves. Did that in Dubai and Saudi Arabia, Al-Qubar and Riyadh. Long story short, sold that company about 8 years ago, moved into real estate projects and ranching. He mentioned cattle ranching. I kind of dabble in on various different ranches. But a year and a half ago, started working with Bajwa, Shahid Bajwa Sahab about the university, Business Incubator Center. Basically, 4 components here where we are giving some seed money to the students to launch 4 products, 4 companies, 4 ideas in the 4 years they'll be with the university. At the minimum. And then, of course, we'll have Islamic foundation classes, also fundamental classes also. We want to create not Muslim apologetics, but proud Muslims who go out in the industry. The third thing is that we want them, fourth thing actually, civically involved. Before they graduate through the Business Incubator Center or through other organizations, we want them to be active civically with the mayor's office, with the judges, with the congressman, with the senator, and spend a semester, a summer with them, internship, paid or unpaid, or even if they love it, leave the STEM behind and go do that full time. So, because right now, guys, we don't even have a seat at the table to negotiate what our grievances are in this country with our politicians. So we need to change that mindset. And this university education system is actually a revolution which is coming, inshallah. We have also Kareem Al-Zubi here, guys. He's an entrepreneur. He went to Harvard. Actually, he went to a local Texas university. And he wrote this research paper about brain transplanting. And Harvard recruiters found him at this local university. And they recruited him to come and finish your last 2-3 years at Harvard. He was, I think, 19 years old at that time, 18 or 19, when he finished high school early, if I remember right. His dad is a friend of mine, he grew up here in our neighborhood. Long story short, he went to Harvard, launched a book on same concept about brain transplanting and brain-to-brain communication, with not a device, brain-to-device communication, but brain-to-brain communication. Wrote a book on it. Another investor found him, gave him some seed money to start up a company called Neural Nexus. $1.2 million. This is just the intro, so I'll let him come and finish. And he just got an offer for $27 million. Woo. There's 4 people in the company.
My name is Kareem Al-Zubi. I went to Harvard. I did my undergraduate studies there. The goal was to become a neurosurgeon, so I didn't have the startup world within my vocabulary. And then I met a professor called Dr. Rosalind Park. She teaches biology in the Department of Biology at Harvard. Where I asked her, I said, is brain transplantation possible? Could we ever transplant the human brain? The brain and the eyes are the only 2 organs that we can't fully transplant. And she said it's impossible, which then led me to going back and reading about 120 books a year since that time to really develop if this is something feasible, because feasibility and possibility are very different. Something can be feasible, but it might not be possible due to the money, due to the team, so forth and so on. And that led me to making a decision whether I'll continue medical school or basically decline my applications and start a startup. So after a year, after applications and MCAT testing and so forth and so on, I've decided to decline my applications to medical school and start this venture, the startup. Still at the very early stages. I'm still pre-seed stage. Actually, we got $750,000 with pre-seed capital that's helping us raise the bigger funding, putting road shows, so forth and so on. And at this time, we're looking for, I would say, $50 to $60 million in tranches to help us further develop this idea. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
still early on. So I'm putting all of this in a very compelling pitch deck that I'm welcome to share with Brother Bilal and will share with the rest of you.
Good luck. Thank you. Good luck. And I'm glad that God Almighty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has proven our point right now and here. This is exactly what the concept was. Why do we need a university? Why do we need entrepreneurs like this? So thank you for making this dream a reality right here. So once again, thank you very much. We are now concluding, inshallah. Brother Ali would just say some concluding comments, and from the core of my heart, I know it's very difficult in a working day, but we are so glad that you came from dragging over an hour or so, and you have to get back to work. Thank you. We'll stay connected. It's been a wonderful gathering. Thank you for all of you, and I wish we could have each one of you come and speak briefly, but my apologies. Brother Ali will say a few words, and then we'll conclude with the dua from Brother Majid Qazi, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. I think we have the space for another hour. So if you haven't gotten the meal, please help yourself. And just hopefully you'll find some new friends and some new faces. So thanks again for coming.
Thank you. Majid Qazi himself is an anti-capitalist entrepreneur, investor, and he's also the president of